Hi, and thanks for joining me here at McFang Gaming. Today we're going to be starting off a series playing Twisted Tales of Spike McFang, which was a Super Nintendo game, one I remember back from my childhood. I never really got very far in it when I was a kid, but I wanted to start playing it now, and I hope you'll join me and see how far we can get. Okay, we'll start at the beginning. This is actually the second game based on these characters. The first of which was only released in Japan. We never got that in the West. This might make a little more sense had we gotten that one. Some things to explain, like why is he traveling around with a bunch of sheep and bow ties? This is it, Professor Steam. Fighter Island, where young adventurers learn the ways of the warrior. You've been reading too many brochures, Spike. That may be true, Professor, but if I'm going to rule the kingdom of Dracuman, then I should probably start by making the text boxes a little larger. I have to learn to protect the land. You're always one step ahead of me, Spike. Hey, someone's coming. Camellia, what are you doing here? Spike, General von Hessler's army of zombies has taken over the land of Vladimasko. That's terrible. Where are my parents and your mother? Missing. It's up to us to find them and defeat von Hessler. Wait a minute. Before the two of us go battling armies of drooling ghouls, I think I need a little practice. I've already signed up for these classes, and if I back out now, I'll lose the deposit. Fine. You go to your little warrior camp, and I'm gonna go to Ratville to see if I can find someone who is ready to save the islands. Listen, Camellia, don't be such a bitch. Catch up to me in Ratville if it fits into your schedule, wimp. Camellia. That didn't go so well. She's upset. She's upset. Her kingdom is crumbling, and evil creatures are running rampant. That can put a damper on your day. It looks like you should get your training out of the way, and then see about saving your own crumbling kingdom. Good idea. I'll go back to Batland and wait for you there. Thanks. Give me a call on my cellular phone if you need me. Take that, you fucking sheep. Okay, this Easter Island head guy up here holding a book is actually a save point. And by the way, I'm certainly not a voice actor. I'm gonna probably end up reusing some voices, forgetting the voices I've used. Just deal with it. It's gonna be pretty awful. Hello, Spike. I'm Master Qingchao Zhang, the spirit of Fighter Island, but you can call me Clarence. We will start your training with jumping exercises. Press the B button to jump over 15 rolling logs. Well, this seems easy enough. Didn't really start counting, so hopefully I'm almost to 15. Well done. Let's move on to the next challenge. And just to go over some basics here, your main attack is the Y button, which is the spin. If you keep really pressing Y rapidly, you'll attack a wider area for a moment, but then you get dizzy, and that happens. The other attack you have is to press Y and hold it, and that makes your hat levitate, and you can aim and do that sort of attack. It's sort of a boomerang. You can run away from it, which can give you some more hits on enemies because it'll follow you around, whacking whatever's in the way. Other than that, you have your basic jump. Your life is measured in tomatoes. Oh, did I mention Spike here is a vampire? Yeah, you can't really tell from looking at him, but that's what the story says. I think it's just a way to let them use cute names like Dracuman and Vladamasco, which I feel stupider just for saying those things. But anyway, yeah, so you think he drank blood. Nope, it's tomatoes. So we'll carry on. Gee, I hope there are no crazy, half-naked old men fairies around here. Oh god! This is where you will master the spin attack. Press the Y button to spin and hit 30 rocks with your cape. And do it naked for me. But don't spin too quickly, or you'll get dizzy. This box of wine should help with that. Absolutely love how rocks have hit points. And I don't think you can even miss out on them, like, they'll just keep coming until you hit 30 of them. Well then. Oh, and by the way, this happens every time you level up. Every time you level up. Don't really feel that needs to happen each time, but it does. And it's kind of annoying. Excellent. Hop onto the seesaw in the clearing ahead. It'll take you straight to my van. I've got chocolates. More creepy Easter Island head guys, which you can't speak with. By the way, the Y button is also the talk button. It's the all-purpose action button. I did also want to mention that I said this game was actually the sequel to another game that was only released in Japan. This game itself has some differences in the Western release versus what was released in Japan. For instance, the release we got here in the United States is much more difficult. Enemies take more hits than they did in the original Japanese version, and also in Japan, when you leveled up, your health was automatically replenished. That's each time you level up. That's not the case. Leveling up here does not, in this version of the game, does not automatically replenish all your health. So it's a bit more difficult. No way that weird fairy guy can get me up here. Oh crap. Now you're ready to learn the hat toss. Press and hold the Y button until your hat begins to float. Then let go and watch it fly. Your challenge is to ground 15 balloon animals. Not condoms, balloon animals. Also, there's more sheep, and really balloon animal. It's an animal on holding onto a balloon. Well, this game does not care for sheep. Excellent. Let's move on to the last challenge. By the way, this is not the last challenge he spoke of. It's just kind of annoying. And if you press the Y button repeatedly, but with like a half second to a second pause in between each press, then it pretty much lets you spin constantly without actually making you dizzy. Yeah, now I guess I'm at the creepy fairy guy's house. You've learned well so far, Spike. Now you must spar with me and overcome my magic cane. It's a cane, honestly. Now take that staff. It's full of magic. Yeah, I probably could have avoided that. And that. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to do too much damage. I did it! Yes, you did very well. I will reward your efforts by giving you this box of special chocolates. Or this small token. It's an empty box. I mean, it's an empty box. Go ahead, reach inside. See what you find. Maybe pet it a little. When you learn card tricks, you can store your cards in this file. Press the L and R buttons to sort through your cards, then press the A button to perform the selected trick. Meanwhile, Colonel Hydra has invaded the castle of Dracuman and placed Felina in charge of the army. Is it going to be like a word for word? Really? Please, is she going to say you're in control of the army? You're in control of the castle, Felina. Don't let me down. Yes, mother. Get to work. Yes, mother. Well, Professor, it looks like my first order of business should be to go to my castle home and find my parents. Tell them what just happened with that creepy fairy guy. Someone should really do something about him. Good luck, Spike. Here's 100 gold for supplies. I'll wait for you here. I'll be back soon. Here you go, Spike. You go do all the work. I'll just wait here, next to this stone-faced looking fucker. Do you want to record your progress? Hells yeah, I do. Oh, must I? We'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this first episode of The Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. Look forward to more of these, and we'll see you next time.